Hi everyone, good evening. Welcome to the last day of our Canva Bootcamp. We're just going to wait for a few minutes for other people to join and then we can resume our session. Meanwhile, if you guys have any queries, any doubts that you want clarity on, please feel free to drop your comments in the chat. Yeah, we're just gonna wait for one more minute. I think some people are yet to join. Yeah, Dinesh, we've seen your query. Somebody from the team will get back to you on this shortly. No need to spam. All right, let's begin. In our previous sessions, we went over how to create posts for social media, how to kind of navigate in different type of industries. What are the differences between the kind of creatives we make for social media or print design, and what are the requirements of each and every business, what is the importance of color theory, why is typography important and the role it plays, and what Canva has to offer. And in yesterday's session we took a very basic approach towards adding animations to our design. So okay, I think another thing that we can work on today was I think a lot of you were asking about it, was to kind of create that design in which there is some sort of a text overlapping uh, in the images. I will just present my screen very quickly. So some of you must have seen this kind of design, which is kind of making me feel like the text is, in between the image elements. So how do we go about creating something like this? Okay, we are going to start our day with this. I'm just going to add a different image over here. I'm gonna go search for mountains. I'm going to go to photos and select this image, or maybe I can go for something like this. Now holding down shift uh, is going to help me crop the design, but if I just hold on to the angle on the anchor on the top, it is going to let me resize the image. Now, in order to move your image in a straight line, be it vertical or horizontal, I can hold down shift. So these are some of the shortcuts that kind of make our lives easier. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to edit image, magic eraser, and I'm going to click on the top part. I want this portion gone. So let's see what magic eraser comes up with. It has selected this element. I click on erase, and it is going to take a second to process this. Okay, it's actually changed the image altogether. It has kind of given me a different image. So let's not go ahead with that. I'm going to just undo. Uh, and I'm going to manually erase the background now. I'm just going to select the area that I want removed, which is this. I'm not going into fine details. If some portions of the mountain gets cropped, that is okay. I don't really want to go into such minor details. I'm just going to highlight this area that I want erased. The AI of Canva is still learning, so it does take a few tries to get it right. So let's see if this works out. Otherwise, we can always, no, guys, I don't think it is working out. It is kind of giving me some weird results. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to the image, duplicate it, align both of my layers together, layer panel, align to page, center. Okay, for the image on top, as you can see that I have duplicated the images. For the image on top, I'm going to go to background remover. I think this is the one feature that is working optimally, and as you can see that I have two images now, one with no background, the sky is gone in this one, and I have the other one. So I'm going to align them evenly again. uh, just a second. Okay, aligning it again. I think I undid the changes. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that both of my images are aligned, middle aligned. Yeah. So now I'm going to go to text, search for a font. I think impact. Wait, I need to add a font. I think impact is a good choice for this, and I'm going to change the text to mountains, reducing the size to 100 pixels. Now, because I want my text to kind of stand out, I'm going to change this to white. And because I don't really have a straight line over here, I don't really want to do this, I can just simply detach all the characters from each other. Now make sure that you have the same size for all of them, or else it might look a little odd. I'm going to type in all of the letters MOU, holding down Alt and dragging the element to a different place. Okay, this looks good. I'm going to remove this. Now I'm going to move the image. Jiska, I had removed the background, and I'm going to just quickly lock it here so that I can work freely around this. Actually, it might be better if we do this in the later part. Right now, I just need to see where the margin is. So I'm just going to duplicate this layer as well so that I have my background, which is this one. And just so I have clarity, I'm going to change the color of these letters right now to green. I always have the option to change it back. I just need to understand where the margin starts for these letters. So this is how I'm going to stack them. As you can see that Canva is telling me that the gap between all these characters is 2, so that I can kind of maintain some sort of harmony in my design. Can move this a little bit up. Okay, I think this looks good. I'm going to select my layer panel, select all of my characters again, change the color to white, group them by clicking on Control G or Command G, selecting this layer again, copying the background from here, pasting it in this design. Now I need it to align with the image in the background. As you can see from my layers panel, I have this. Now the image Jiska background is removed, moving it up, and here you go. Now I want to kind of give some sort of shadows to this layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to edit image, shadows, drop, and putting this drop effect to the layer kind of decreases the space that it's in. So I would need to reposition my design once more, but that is okay. And I can now move my assets around however I want. If I think that any of the characters is getting too overlapped and it's not visible very clearly, so I can always move its placement manually, because designing is mostly hit and trial methods. So something that might look good in theory might not look good practically. So this is how you go about it. I hope everybody got what the primary agenda of this was. I'm going to just quickly head to the comment section. Okay, and does anybody have any queries about what we just learned? If not, we can move on to the final leg of this workshop, which is working with the videos and adding transitions to them. So I had created something very simple, and I was going to kind of give you guys a walkthrough of this. So as you can see that I had added a couple of animations, some audio to this as well. Let's just see. So I'm going to just play it once more, or as you guys can see that there is an entire panel dedicated for the playback feature. So I'm just going to play it here once again. So as you can see in this particular design, if I play it second by second, you can see that a lot of things are happening. There is some sort of animation, some sort of transition, there is a video in the background, the text is animated. So looking at it at a surface level, this might seem a little overwhelming. बहुत कुछ हो रहा है. How do I go about it? Start कहाँ से करना है? So we are going to replicate all of this in the next 2 pages. Exactly what we've done in the first 2 slides. We are going to create a copy of this. So I'm just going to change the background color to white. And this time, maybe we take the theme of gym, because those videos are usually easy to get, and they are very elaborate. I'm just going to head to photos and select one photo video that I like, drag it in my design, and okay, this seems good. Now, as you can see that there is a purple bar in the in right under the thumbnails for my videos. I'm going to click on that. It is my audio file. Now I need to limit this to the size to the length of the original two slides of the hiking traveling clippings that we had created, and we need a different music, different audio file for the gym video. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the elements panel and search for upbeat music and select audios. So it is going to give me a lot of options for that. But because I don't really want to keep on listening to the same music over and over again while we edit this file, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to edit video. Sorry, I'm going to. Oh, this video does not have any audio, so which works out perfectly for us. Otherwise, what we would have needed to do was select the layers panel, select the video that is in the background, go to audio, and either reduce the volume or remove it completely. But lucky for us, this does not have that, so that is great. Now I would need to add some sort of elements around this. I would need a font for starters, or work hard. Going to increase the size, change the font to maybe something a little more thin. Okay, maybe keep it in all caps. I think this looks minimal enough, and I'm going to go to animate and select this transition maybe. Yeah, I think this looks good. As you can see that there are a lot of ways for me to animate this. Or if I go for this, clarify. Wait, I think we can just stick with the role, and I want this to be animated while entering and exiting, and it has to be character by character or it can be word by word. I think we can go with word by word, and this is the transition that I want to go with. I'm just going to reduce the width of the video, the length of the video. As you can see, if I click on this thumbnail and go to the edges, it will give me the ability to kind of increase or decrease the length of the video. And this green indicator on top is telling me where in the video am I at, on which second. So for example, agar total length is 11 seconds, so right now I am here, I am at 8.1 or 8.2 seconds. So that is what I want. And okay, so apart from this, I want to add some sort of extra elements in this. So for example, line, I'm going to go for a straight line, and okay, I'm going to just increase the width a little bit, put one line over here, duplicate it and move it here. Now I need to animate this as well. This has to maybe show as baseline. Let's see if this works out. Or maybe I wanted to move from this side to this side. So we have a lot of options on how to go about it. So what we can do is maybe not tumble. I think wipe might be a good way. And both enter and exit. So you can kind of see that I'm reducing the speed and the direction is this. This line is coming in from this side. and the animation that I've selected is wipe. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the same animation, both enter and exit, reduce the speed to the same side, but this time I'm making it go from the opposite side. So in order to kind of see the whole work again, we are going to play it now. Okay, I think this seems fine. We have a decent animation, a decent head start for this, and maybe I would want to change the color to get more focus around this. And the line seems a little too thick, so maybe what I can do is I can just give it some sort of border. I think, yeah, two works, and the border that I'm giving is black. Wait, it's kind of defeated the whole purpose of giving this image this border. Okay, because this is a line, I can't really have two different styles for this. The solid fill and the border outline are the same things in this case, so that's okay. We are just going to work around this. We can always reduce the thickness or the size of these lines. I don't really want, it's not a mandate for me to kind of have these lines go through and through, and they don't need to be in full width for that. I'm just going to select it. Oh, it's such a small line, it's very difficult to kind of navigate through this. I'm just going to keep it like this. And now comes the second slide. And let's go back to our original concept, which is gym, and see if we can find some other uh, videos around this. So in order to drag and drop, you can just, in order to add something to your frame, you can just drag and drop it like this. And you always have the ability to use the rulers, which kind of let you know if whatever you have put in your artboard, it is aligning with the canvas or not. So, all right. So because the original video had kind of a green tint on this, I would want to do something similar to my design. So maybe I can kind of change that in my design. So I think, yeah, this could work out. I can just add more contrast to this, and I have changed the warmth, moving it to cooler tones, which is green in this case. So I think, yeah, this looks good. I'm going to reduce the width, the length of the frame again, 3.5 and 3.5. So this time what I'm going to do is I am going to maybe list down some features, or talk about the trainers a little bit. So in order to do that, uh, let's add some text over here again. And James Steve could be the name of the trainer this time. This is the guy that we are trying to promote, but the messaging kind of has to, be similar to this. So is the font size, which is 164 in this. I'm going to go to Montserrat Light, sorry, extra light, and 164. So James Steve might not be the ideal approach in this. Maybe we can have a third slide that is talking about the guy we are creating the video for, or the gym that we are creating the video for. I'm just going to make it all caps. Work hard, play hard. Changing the text to this again, and uh, this time I kind of want the users to see of an actionable, some sort of a button over here. So what I'm going to do is, okay, go to elements, click on button. As you can see, it has given me a lot many options to kind of uh, put over here. I am going to select this, and I would want to add some sort of text on this button as well, or book your slot is the text that I want to go ahead with. I'm going to reduce the size to 24, moving it on the frame, the graphic that I had selected. Now I want to have some sort of an animation around this text as well, which is going to be typewriter and book your slot. I think, yeah, this looks good. And it is again going to be on both enter and exit. Now I am going to copy the two lines that I had created because I want to maintain the same harmony. Uh, Putting the text in the same position as well, removing the previous one. Work hard, play hard. Now I need to animate it. I used vibe in the last one, and maybe in this one, I can give something different. Maybe breathe, and okay, it is only available in. I can only change the scale, and there are not many options. So what I can do is I can just go and select wide, both enter and exit, reducing the speed a little bit so that the text is coming in slower, and the user has more time to kind of get the impact of this, and showing it word by word. And as you can see that I had already added the transition to the CTA here as well. Now it is time to add the audio for this. So I'm just going to search for gym, go to audios and see what kind of music that we have. I think this is a little too loud. I think this is a good one. So when I drag and drop it here, you can see that the buttons have changed to drop music, and I have added my audio to this. Now, another thing that we still need to work on is creating the transition between this slide to this slide. How is this slide going to move out of the frame so that my next slide can move back in? So in order to do that, I'm going to right click here, add transition, and it is giving me options to kind of, it has some preset options which is letting me uh, change my screen from one to another. So okay, I have selected uh, flow, and this is what stack looks like. The slide is going to come on top of it, and line wipe is just direct a clean wipe in this. Slide, dissolve might not work because the text placement and the line placement is exactly the same. The user might not really understand. Color wipe is mostly used for animated videos, so we're not gonna go for that. Match and move is again replacing it, kind of dissolving it, but at the same time like a little more subtle than that. Color vibe is something that we can use, which we did use in the previous Stafford by Marty James. So we're going to use flow or stack right now. I think stack might be a good option. And other than that, we have chop, which is kind of like, doing this gesture. And the duration of the transition will be, I think we can make it 1.7 seconds. And which way do we want it to be? I think we can make it come on top of this, and we also have the audio in place. So I think transition wise we are good to go. What I'm going to do is select the audio again, go to audio effects, and I'm going to just adjust the music a little bit so that as the audio starts, as the video plays, my audio is not just starting at a very loud pace. It is slowly increasing the volume so that it kind of matches with the rhythm of the video. And you can always adjust it. By adjusting, what I mean is that this is the total length of the audio, and if I don't really want my audio to start from the zero point 0.0 second, I can always pick and choose that concept point says my audio going to start, so that I can kind of match it with the music. Whatever is playing in my foreground, it kind of syncs up with the video. So, okay, I think this is good. I'm going to insert a blank slide over here, and yeah, we're going to watch what we've created right now. The audio starts from here, goes on till here. Now comes the break, and after this, our video starts. So as you can see that our audio was not really that upbeat. So maybe I can adjust this a little bit to kind of get an idea, and I can increase the screen time of my videos to be more in length, and let's see how this pans. Okay, I think we did not extend the audio. That is why it faded in the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly see that without the music fade in, fade out, how does this look? Okay, this looks good. I'm not 100% convinced on the uh, transition, so I'm just going to go for color wipe, and I think yellow might be a good color. As you can see that there are multiple levels, so I'm going to give it a slide of green. Maybe I can just put the first color as black and change it from there. Yep, I think this might do. I'm also going to increase uh, the sound to make it seem a little more upbeat. Okay, yeah, I think we've got a good result over here. Uh, all right. So this was kind of a brief on how to kind of go about designing something from scratch, and how to play around with animations, transitions, how to create any particular transition from scratch, how to add audios, how to adjust audios, how to sync them to your particular needs of the music, how to kind of select the audio that fits the most for your use case. So this was all about that. Now I think another thing that we can do is quickly create a reel. So I was going through the templates, and it would be quite nice for you guys to kind of understand how to exploit the templates that are already there in Canva for you. And if you want to create something from scratch, of course, we just walk through that. But if in case you want to kind of create something of your own using a template, so this is how you can go about it. For example, I want to sell a car, and although this is like a fashion editorial reel, but I can kind of use it to my advantage. So for example, I'm just going to search for a car right now, and wait, I think this might be the good one. I'm just going to drag and drop it here. As you can see that there is something happening in this. So I'm going to search for a blue car again and see what kind of results I am getting. So this was the one that we had selected just now. As you can see, because this is a lady and my use case is a car, so maybe three stacks might not be the ideal setup for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to increase the width a little bit to kind of match my design. Now I think we might need to do away with the text blue and just search for a race car, because cars can come in multiple colors. So I'm going to drop this here as well. But these two videos look a little too different from each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for a replacement in this. And I think race car, sports car. I might want to look for that. Yeah, I think this is a good one. Okay, so we have two layouts now. One is from the front, one is from the back. Okay, and I might need to change my text now and change the color from yellow to black. Sorry, white. And I don't really like this font, so I'm just going to remove it. The text can be the future is here. This is the font that I think kind of explains the whole concept clearly. And this is what I wanted to do. So I'm just going to reduce the length of the video by 3 seconds and click on the audio file that is here. I'm sure it will not match. Okay, it does not match with our theme. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to uh, fast pace, see what kind of audio comes. Yeah, I think this is the kind of video that will kind of match the vibe. I also need some elements to occupy the space. So I'm just going to look for lines again. Go to graphics, see what kind of lines are available for me over here. Need to rotate it, move it here to occupy some of the space. In this is centrally aligned now. Going to change the color, opening my layers panel and animate. Okay, they are moving, but I think there might be some problem with this. It has a lot of empty space. I'm just going to remove this for now and click on my audio. And because this is like a really loud music, so I would need to for the music to fade in and fade out. Now let's see. Okay, this works. Now I need to give some sort of an intro to the car over here. So I'm going to just search for a sports car again, go to videos and look for a video that kind of gives you an insight. I think this might be a good one, but let's see if it is giving me uh, enough placeholder, because the video that we want to use has an orientation which is vertical. So I have applied this filter now, and all the videos that I'm seeing are of this dimension. So I think this is good. I might need to see what kind of videos are here. Uh, this video had an audio of its own. You can always mute it so that you can kind of override the video's audio with what you want to add in this. And okay, I guess there are not enough videos about sports cars on Canva. That's okay. We can always go to sites like Pexels or FreePick or Unsplash. And let's, okay. I think in this one they are actually using a race car, but it kind of serves our purpose. We can use this for time being. Okay, I'm just going to remove this frame right now and use this and change the color. So in a lot of cases, the videos are, especially if you're working for a product-based company, the videos are provided to you, but it is a good approach to have a repository of your own. For example, create mood boards on sites like Canva or Freepick and Pinterest, Behance. So always have kind of like a mood board handy for different use cases. So whenever you're working, whenever you're starting a new project, you don't really spend too much time on the research part because you've already done that. You've already covered all aspects of that. So that is something that is always advised. Now I'm going to add some content around sports cars. For example, high speed or I don't know what the horsepower is for a Lambo or a Porsche. So I'm just going to enter XYZ uh, horsepower or ejectable seats. I don't know if we are creating something for a James Bond movie, but I'm just going to add some random information over here. And a lot of animations have already been added to this design, so I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to change the design how I feel it ideally should be. For example, it should have, if it's going to talk about many features, it should give the user some option to kind of uh, you know put them in a format that they are familiar with, which is usually bullet points. And it can be centrally aligned, but when we are working with bullet points, it's preferred to kind of have them left aligned. Similarly for this. So okay, now I'm going to move on to my next slide, which is this one. There are a lot of videos of people cleaning cars, but not enough videos of people driving cars. Not really sure what is up with that. But okay, there is another one of like somebody cleaning the car driving. Let's try using different approaches. Okay, I think this is a good one. uh, okay, I'm just going to change the color again, and because we are maintaining the same theme, so we can just keep the elements similar. I did change something in this, which was left align 130. So I'm just going to keep it centrally aligned, but change the font to 130. And in this, reducing, moving the content down. Mediterranean resort wear. Okay, this looks good. So I don't really think that my smaller text is very clearly visible over here. So what I'm going to do is go back to elements, click on the square box, move it to the edges, and open my layers panel by Alt 1. Move this all the way to the back, change the color to black, reduce the transparency in order to make my text look more readable, because the first two videos were slightly darker in tone. So we did not have an issue with that before. But yeah, okay, so I think this is good to go. I'm just going to add some sort of transitions to all these pages. For this, I think line wipe might be a good idea. It is usually preferred that we don't use too many transitions when we are dealing with, especially stock and maybe something that is not animated. So, all right, I think it's time to play this. Let's see what this looks like. So you can see that the initial video we started with, which was a fashion blogger, uh, kind of giving us an introduction of the brand and the kind of clothes that they have, the different type of materials that they're using, and the audio had a different feel, the video had a different feel, and we've kind of just like used the transitions and the animations that they already had, and kind of created something of our own. So this is how you can leverage all these features that Canva has to offer, and make something of your own. So I hope all of this was helpful to you guys. And apart from this, I think what is left is to kind of understand how to download or how to use all of these features that are present in the share this design panel. For example, while sharing, you can see that you can create a brand template, you can present this design, which is just a playback mode, you can create a public view link. Basically, this is used to kind of share the designs with the people involved in the design process, be it your brand manager or your marketing executive or a client. All of that can be handled from here. You can create a QR code for this, you can save it to a folder, send it to phone, you can add it to a website directly, or apart from this, you can of course save this design to multiple locations like Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive, PowerPoint, or Dropbox, and or you can download it in multiple variations. Now, in order to send your design directly to a social media handle, you will need to link those handles to your account. And it is not advised to do it if multiple people are using one account. For example, in a company setup, you have one account which has a pro subscription, but in order to kind of link your designs, just make sure that your password privacy and all of those places, all of those things are in place. And you can send the design via message, or you can print it with Canva, or send it to multiple other tools. And okay, so let's see how we can download it and what formats does Canva allow. So, for example, we have a selection of file types. We can create GIFs. GIFs are basically a lower quality version of whatever interactive design that you have created. And SVG is mainly for web design and animations. PDF or PNG JPEGs are advised. Actually, not advised. It's strictly for static posts where there is no animation or transition, because they don't really translate unless it's an MP3 video or a GIF format. So just make sure that you are selecting the right format before exporting your design. You can adjust the quality. I think for a free setup, it only lets you increase the quality to 1080p, and but for a pro plan, it can let you allow it can kind of like allow you to download your design in 4K as well. Now, because there are multiple pages that I've created, and similarly in the designs, for example, in this file I had created 3 pages. Now when I go about downloading it, it is going to ask me that which pages do you want to export, so that we don't kind of clutter our system. So I only want to select the second one because that is my final design. So I just click on done, and it is not going to for no reason create a mess in my system. Now, if there are multiple pages, I can always prefer that download this in case I am downloading a PDF. It is not going to ask me that if you want to include download these pages in separate format, sorry, separately, but it is going to give me an option to flatten the PDF to reduce the size. So similarly, with every format that you have, there are a bunch of different settings that Canva offers, and it only takes a second to kind of give an overview or an overlook to all of these, and it does help us work more efficiently. Going back to home, another thing that we did not explore yet were the apps. So, for example, and when we go to the app section, you can see that there are so many options for you to kind of work with or optimize your output. For example, type gradient. Let's see what this tool has to offer. Use and design, custom design, 1000 by 1000 pixels. Now this application, which is type gradient, is already selected over here. What will my main text be? And hello there is the text that I want to add. What is the font that I want to use? Maybe I want to use this crazy font. I'm going to go back. Okay. Okay, going back from here. This is the crazy font that I selected. And I can change the gradient to something like this. I have different options. If any of you are familiar with tools like Photoshop, Illustrator, or Figma, this is a pretty standard approach that is followed in all those tools. But at the same time, I think Canva has its own certain limitations. But what it lacks in its own system, it more than makes up for it by allowing us so many integrations for this. For example, I can choose a radial gradient for this, which actually looks pretty nice in this. And I can always change the colors from this to this and see what it looks like and add to design. So it is added here. But because this is attached as an image, so the only way for me to edit is by clicking edit, and this panel opens up. Similarly, I have an integration with Jiffy. It lets me add so many uh, of these GIFs. And of course, we can always use most of these for meme marketing, which is very in these days. And I'm just going to remove this teddy, this as well. Uh, and then again, I have mockups. For example, I'm going to add this and add some sort of a background to this. For example, if you've created something for a client and maybe it's a wait, I think this might be a good one. Changing the color to a bit of gray, selecting the layer in the back to black, and putting it like this. Okay, I don't think I can remove the background for this, so that's okay. I'm just going to increase the width, something like this. And as you can see, I can always insert the images. So drag and drop your image into the mockup. The easiest way to do this is from the upload tab. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just search for a website design. I'm going to search photo. I don't think I'm gonna find a UI directly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to free, wait, pixels. It might give me some sort of a website UI. But actually, I don't really need that. I'm just going to take a screenshot of this page and go to upload, select this file. It is getting uploaded. I just need to drag and drop it here. Okay, it is being uploaded right now. I see something happening. I'm not sure if my design went through to it, so I'm going to try again. It is still processing. Okay, my design is placed. So let's see. Yep, This looks pretty dope. So this is how you can leverage mockups into creating seamless designs without actually getting into the nitty-gritty of how do I create this fantastic animation? How do I present my design in the form of a mockup? So this is all about how to use Canva, and it's so many features. Guys, if you have any questions, you can drop them in the comment section. Yes, Canva has two options. It also offers a free membership for no cost, and it has, I think, monthly 500 ka pro subscription. So you can definitely go for either of them. Depends on your usage, and if you're working for yourself, you can definitely choose to stay in a free plan. Otherwise, pro plan if you're working with a client. So it is definitely your call. And yep, that's about it. Thank you so much, guys. It was lovely having you here. I hope you learned a lot, and we will see you next time. Thank you.